Just a few hours, a team of scientists from USF will be headed out to the Gulf to get a first-hand look at how that oil slick is affecting marine life. 10 Connects reporter Grayson Comm is live at USF St. Pete this morning with a look at that. Good morning, Grayson.
Good morning, Ginger. This ship will be shoving off likely just a bit after noon today. Their goal is to study some organisms that make up a huge part of life in the Gulf of Mexico, but are so small you need a boatload of microscopes and instruments just to see them.
To keep everyone focused, they're stocking up just like a routine research trip, but they all know the massive reality of where they're heading. For 8 to 10 days, this St. Petersburg-based research ship will push through the Gulf of Mexico's oily waters.
This is a freshwater filtration system.
The crew of the research vessel Weatherbird 2 will use tools like this to look for damage to some of the tiniest marine life, plankton. Problems with plankton could mean tremendous trouble higher up on the food chain in the bigger animals that depend on plankton for food.
You can see our trawls on the deck there. So those will catch fish and shrimp. But we also have gears that will collect microscopic organisms and animals that live on the bottom.
The University of South Florida's Ernst Peebles says the crew of a dozen researchers from USF and the Florida Fish and Wildlife Research Institute will also look at the clean part of the Gulf between the oil slick and Tampa Bay. That way scientists can go back later and look for changes if oil does enter the area.
This is like a slow-moving storm. We can see this coming, so it gives us an opportunity to get in its path and collect information about what the status quo is from the perspective of all of the marine life out there.
They'll hand off the science they do to the federal government. The feds will rely on that research to see the impact this monstrous spill is having on life in the ocean.
And you're probably getting the impression that a lot of different groups are getting involved here, and that's accurate. To keep the boat theme going, it's really an all-hands-on-deck sort of event. In fact, yesterday, the state university system created what they call the Oil Spill Academic Task Force. They're really bridging some barriers here. They're going to have not just Florida, Florida State, and USF teaming up, but they're actually going to team up with private schools like the University of Miami and others, all working together throughout this oil spill event to share information to give us the best picture of how it's about to impact the state of Florida. Live in St. Petersburg, Grayson Comm, 10 Connects.